Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. Please don't mind my voice, I'm a bit sick right now, that's why my nose is closed. But here we are going to analyze my fights from the Europeans in 2024. This is my first match. It was one before the quarterfinals. As you see, I'm going to do a double pull and then I'm going to come on top to get the advantage and directly start to move side to side to create some angles to pass my opponent. I never try to stay in front of his guard because that's pretty dangerous, so I try to go side to side. Here you see me using the leg trap with my right arm and controlling his pants with my left arm. The leg trap didn't end up being so successful, so I decided to let go since my opponent was squaring up, and then I decided to switch to a cross grip stance. Here we reset in the middle. Now my goal is to get a left hand collar grip to try to pressure his guard. My opponent does a good job of inverting, so I try to switch again side to side until I get this strong leg drag position. My opponent decides to high leg, so I throw his legs and then I end up passing his guard and landing directly on side control. Here we spend some time in side control. I try to open up his lapel, go to a knee on belly, which didn't work out, and finally I get a good grip with my left hand and pass it over to my right hand to try to do a crush choke from the knee slide position. I placed my left arm over his shin, so I wasn't really pressuring his neck, so the choke didn't end up working out so good. But in the moment I felt it was worth it to try, but then I ended up letting go and passing his guard again. We stayed in side control a bit longer, and then I decided to make my way into the mounted position. My opponent did a good job of trapping my foot, but in the moment he tried to bridge me over, he opened up, and then we ended up in the mount position. From the mount position, I started to open up his lapel, and then I decided to switch up for an Ezekiel choke, which I really love to do from this position. I hold my own sleeve and then punch my fist into his neck, getting the submission at the end of the match. It was a great match to start everything for the day. I got warmed up, felt a bit of the competition, and then I was ready to go directly to the quarterfinals. Here's my quarterfinal match. I saw my opponent fighting prior to me and I knew he did a good job of doing a half guard. So my main goal was to pull first, come on top and not get into his half guard. But here's my main mistake, what I did in the fight. I ended up letting him control my leg and getting me into his favorite position, which was the half guard and then after the deep half guard. This was a strategic error from me because I knew my opponent knew how to do this very good, and I should have been a bit quicker with my thinking in the beginning and started to move side to side since I do that very good. But in the moment I froze a bit and my opponent managed to put me into his preferred position, and that's when the trouble began. We stayed in the half guard position for a bit of time. We ended up going almost out of bounds, so the referee put us back in the middle again. And here I'm going to highlight my mistake. I was grabbing his head with my right hand, and my opponent decided to do a bridge, and I didn't have any type of base to the back, which he ended up sweeping me and getting the 2 points. I saw that I had 6 minutes left to sweep back, so I didn't stress so much. In this moment I opened up my legs and my arms because I knew my opponent wanted to trap my arm with the lapel from the close guard, so I ended up defending it that way, and I wanted to create a bit of action from him and making him engage a bit more. In this moment he entered in also a good position, which he did in his previous matches, the double unders position, and this is basically where the fight ended as well. My opponent stayed with his double unders positions until the end of the match. I tried a lot to get inside with my legs, pummeling inside, doing also some belt drags and collar drags, but none of that was successful. There's not much I can say about my opponent's strategy. He played very good with the rules, and with the time he did enough to not get punished, and still managed to hold the position without exposing himself a lot. As you saw, a little mistake in a big competition like this costs you the whole competition. I did a mistake of going into his half guard, and the person who goes to their game first in a big competition like this usually ends up winning. And that was my mistake from the beginning of the match. And then I was kind of fighting a very reactive fight, responding to his attacks and not getting to go into my game. I did a fast forward of the fight since the position literally didn't change at all. Like I said, my opponent was doing a good job of keeping the position without getting penalized, but at the same time staying as active as he could to make the referee think that he was trying to progress his position, but he was at the end just holding me into this double unders position. You know, no excuses. My opponent fought better than me in those 8 minutes. Hats off to him and congratulations. At the end, the fight ended 2-0 for my opponent. And as you can see, you see a bit of my disappointment in my face at the end of the match, since I didn't train to showcase such ugly jiu-jitsu. But sometimes when you catch someone who plays very good with the rules and with a good strategy, there's nothing more that you can do. And that was it for this year's Europeans. After, we went to eat something with my friends, and then we went to play some bowling to finish up the day in a positive way after that horrible performance at the Europeans. Alright everyone, we're testing the microphones here in the metro of Paris. Mikhail, how do you like the metro of Paris?
Super good, super nice. I hate it.
Alright everyone, I made it home here after the competition today. As you saw, today didn't go as planned. Weeks we have the Jiu-Jitsu Pro League in Germany. I've gotten an invitation to compete at the 77 kilograms Grand Prix. There's going to be me and 3 black belts in a weight class which is above my usual weight class. So it's a very big challenge for me. I'm really looking forward to it. Right now I'm going to break a couple of days here, train. If I train more relaxed, and then when I get back home, put on some intensity again to arrive in the best shape possible. Of course, you're going to come along with me in this whole preparation for this next event as well. I'm going to film a bit of my trainings, travel, and how everything is going to look like. And as of now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. I'm sorry I couldn't have a better performance this time, but I promise you that my time will come as well. Make sure to like, comment, share, and also subscribe. Send this video to your friends so they can watch it also, and see you on the next one.